I got my fancy straw. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, this monkey hitting like a.
Oh, wrong scene.
Art thou? Art thou?
What's up, Winnie? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Breath of the wild wing.
Hope you're doing all right, man. I hope the power's back on. Everything's good, man. I'm sorry you had to thaw out all your food.
Hope you ain't up there sauteing, my brother.
Yeah, I know it's probably fucking. Yeah, is it hot in Ohio, Winnie? Happy Saturday, man. What's up, chat? How you guys doing?
Big chat of chia. Quarter pounder milkshake. We see what type of time.
Yeah, I see what type of time you on today.
Anybody getting that 21 Savage, Nicki Minaj, Snoop Dogg skin for Call of Duty? Even though they
no, no, absolutely not.
Why Nicki Minaj just look like Loba? Oh, the barbs are gonna come get me.
Don't, yeah, man. Don't let the barbs come get you, bro.
Oh, you guys are so scary. Please don't hurt me. I'm your friend. Hey, I like Nicki Minaj. She just looked like Loba in Call of Duty. Get your skin game up, Call of Duty. That's all I'm saying. So this is the song I'm doing,
bro. They added Nick Cage to Dead by Daylight. Yeah, they did, man. They did add that weirdo. You know he owns a Raven in real life, chat. You want to know why I know that? Because my daughter told me that, chat.
And why did your daughter tell you that?
Yeah, because she has a weird crush on him. I wish she was here right now because I would call her down here, chat.
No daughter of mine. That's when I'm, baby girl. You gonna have to pack your bag.
She got a crush on fucking Daryl from Walking Dead too. Like she like all these rugged
dust bunnies, bro.
Yeah, just dirt, boring people. I guess I don't know. Have you seen the new trailer for
this one? Your oldest one said, "I'm talking about she wants somebody like Machine Gun Kelly." I'll never forget that. They both like dust buckets,
man,
bro.
No comment, man. I just let them live their life, man. That's all you can do, man.
Long as he treats you good, okay? I mean,
that's it. That's all I said. As long as they don't put their hands on you, because I'll kill him. Anyway, yeah. Have you seen the new trailer for Walking Dead, the Daryl series that's coming? He's in France. I don't know why he's in France.
Because apparently he fell in the ocean and went adrift.
Yeah, he fell into a portal to fucking Europe or something. Like, what's going on there?
I'm just gonna keep it 6,000 with you, bro. I don't give a damn about none of them.
I don't either. I didn't, because I don't. I haven't watched it in years. So I was just like, why is he? How did he get all the way to Europe? It was just weird. I don't know.
I think the concept of being on different parts of the world, they're trying to sell it with their best characters instead of just making it an individual thing. They could have did like Fear of the Walking Dead, where
I
it was
just gonna ask you that. Yeah.
Well, damn, because they even leaned on what's his name, black guy, Morgan.
Yeah.
They leaned on him. They lean on these popular characters to carry these new locations, and I think it should just be all new people. The girl's story in Fear of the Walking Dead got really, really sad. I haven't finished it yet because it just went so far off the rails.
Is Fear of the Walking Dead? Is it like still going on, or is it like popular? Like, because I
think they're on their last season, but who knows if we're going to get it now with the writer's strike and all that stuff.
Right. Man, I'm pretty sad because and before I say this, pay the writers and actors. We support the strike around here, but I'm very sad to hear that the next Spider-Man animated film got delayed indefinitely. So after today, I'm gonna pretend like it doesn't exist. So that way, when it shows up in like 2025, I'll be ready to see it. Like, I just
big Spider-Man guy over here, so
made me pretty sad to read that yesterday. And it's just, I know 2024 is gonna be pretty bad for TV shows and movies, and so I hope you guys like books, reality
and
TV, and us, of course. Because
we'll be here.
You're not gonna have a lot to watch, really. You can watch cooking shows. I'm pretty big on cooking shows myself personally. So
yes, chef.
DC's been watching The Bear. It's been Hey, have you finished it? I haven't had a chance to ask you, like, really talk to you about it.
I'm slowly watching it because I'm trying to find another show for when I finish it. I think I got 4 episodes left,
Okay,
and I'm
that's
just slowly.
nice.
I don't know. The black chick on the bear really gives me anxiety.
Really? Why is
Her
that?
character gives me anxiety. Like I freak out when they're freaking out. Like it really disturbs me.
Oh, is it just like the pacing of the show and everything? I get that a
I
lot.
don't like how that show moves. I don't when they like back against the wall and they have to cook and
Yeah,
shit's going haywire. It really, really messes with my mind. And like the way she talks, her nervous, but
yeah.
I'm serious. Listen to me. I don't know. She's just. There's nothing wrong with her personally.
No,
Like
no,
I think
no.
she's.
Right, right. Yeah.
I don't know who she is. I'm not familiar with the actress, but she does a great job at creating the type of atmosphere that she creates with the hostile, the kind of
Yeah.
passive aggressive.
All the
But
actors on the
hey,
show
we
are
need it.
incredible. I feel like that's pretty rare for TV shows,
Um,
at least in
to
my
me,
opinion. You know.
to me, what makes a good show though, and I think they do a good job at it, is what anime kind of misses the mark on a lot. It has just the right amount of characters, um, and they're all have a very interesting they're
Like
all
a good
very
supporting
interesting
cast. Yeah,
characters. Yeah, and then you have these subplots and stuff that doesn't overshadow the whole show.
I
Like
got you.
for example, I'm bad with names, so Darius will help me out here. The black guy who's like really good at cooking pastries and cakes and
Oh,
stuff like that.
I forget his name, but yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, he's talking about still talking about the bear here, but yeah, yeah, yeah. I forget his
His
name.
side story with his mom being sick, and he's just like this guy. He comes from,
Comes
I
from
don't know if it's
nothing.
like poor
Yeah,
backgrounds or, he just comes from not having too much, but you could see like he has these really like big dreams and ambitions. He just needs he just like most people like in real life, you just kind of need that push, that support.
yeah.
And so you kind of start rooting for him. You're like, oh, I want to see him win. And then the Spanish lady who I thought was a real bitch in the beginning,
Oh man, yeah. Then
I really
what
hated
a
her.
180 on her character, right?
Yeah, then you start rooting for her because you
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
with her story and the way it starts to turn around, you're like, oh, she's not that bad. And, everybody, even the cousin, hey, cousin, they
I
call each
hated
other
him.
cousin on
I
that and that.
fucking hated that guy. Oh man,
Yeah,
I
but
hated
you
him,
even
bro.
see like the development with his story and his
Yeah,
daughter,
yeah.
and he's like this loser, and he's trying to like be in
Trying
his
to turn
daughter's
his life
life,
around and be
and
a better person. Yeah.
like that kind of hit me, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Like there was a thug tear in there, man. It
I
was
know.
like
I think I know what moments you're referring to in season two.
where,
Yeah,
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 yeah, when they were sitting in the car,
yep,
yeah.
yep,
Like
yep.
I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it if y'all haven't seen it, but and you just had that realization, like I don't want to be this. Like she looks at me this way, and yeah, it's a good show, man. Y'all should check it out. Thanks for the recommendation.
Well, yeah,
Darius,
man. Like I said, me and Lisa, we do enjoy our TV. That's one of the
TV
things.
time is quality time,
Yeah,
folks. Remember
honestly,
that.
I mean, that's like one of the things that me and her bonded on early on. Was like just like really getting to know each other. It's like over TV shows and stuff, and not to
And you
toot my own
realize
horn, guys, but I feel like I make pretty good recommendations when it comes to shows. And just
except for
like,
One Piece.
and nah, just like Weenie said, you got, hey, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you, internet about to explode next Sunday when that episode drops for One Piece because
Well, I hope it's everything that y'all want it
it's
to
the
be.
one, it's the thing that everybody is looking forward to. You might get a reaction video out of me on that. I might have to go ahead and
You should. You
I
100%
think I think
should.
it's time to crack open the reaction YouTube I've been sitting on for far too long, but I'm pretty excited for it. I'm not now that is to say I'm not like because I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen on Twitter or X. We're gonna talk about that later, but I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen on Twitter. People are gonna start immediately comparing it to when Goku turned Super Saiyan. And it's gonna
Oh
make this
God.
big argument. It's gonna create a huge divide because anime fans don't know how to be happy. Like I would just go ahead and say they don't know how to be happy. But
or no, it's like it's just how we are as humans. It's like
Yeah.
we have that moment and then we don't relish in it. Instead, we want to jump to the next moment.
Yeah. I
It's
agree.
like, oh, this is cool. Oh, Luffy did this. Oh, blah blah blah. Then like 2 days later, all right, what's next, Luffy?
Yeah.
All right, that was cool, dog. But yeah, what's next?
That's a good point. Do you feel like there's really like not moments like you had to be there moments really anymore because of the internet?
The internet killed a lot of stuff, man. And just to give y'all a preference of what's about to go down today, gaming news has been hella light. So we're
Yeah.
completely about to go off
Oh
the
yeah.
rails
By the
today.
way, welcome to episode 161. By the way, I feel like we could just do a cold open here. I kind of like
Yeah,
this.
we're just gonna jump into it. No
We're
intros
already
because
recording anyway, so yeah. Hey,
yeah.
welcome.
Oh, hey, blah blah blah. Welcome to episode 161. This is Darius and this is DC. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
Blah.
yeah,
We fast forward. Now here we are. But
yeah.
yeah, the gaming news was really slow, so we're just gonna have a cool conversation with you guys today. We're gonna jump all over the map. Hey, chat, what's up? You got
Hello.
anything you want to say? Drop it on down in the comments, man.
Yeah, or any interesting facts or tidbits? I mean, I feel like a good jumping off point too to talk about is this alien news that just didn't matter apparently to the rest of the
Mm.
world. So
Nobody cared because we're
I
boiling.
know, yeah, I know we have a lot of like international viewers and listeners. So the US Senate this past week decided to just, I'm doing air quotes here, blow the lid off of all the UFO or what do they call it now? Unidentified aerial
Man, UFO.
something. Yeah, they changed it from UFO, but
It's a
yeah.
UAP or something.
UAP, there you go. Yeah, that's what it is.
Unidentified airplane. I don't know.
So they decided to blow the lid off on all of this. And you had some quote unquote high ranking government officials come out and say some very damning things, in my opinion. But it felt like it just didn't matter. Do you feel that way? Like I feel like it would have been a
Well, the
bigger
thing is
deal
this.
maybe like 10 years ago, but
Well, the thing is this: you try to come out the gate with this big news, and people were like, "Well, no shit." Like that's how everybody felt. Like we already knew. We already knew y'all was hiding stuff. Like
right.
it's been way too many reports since forever. Like
You've seen
is
videos, grainy footage, and yeah.
yeah, since like way back in the day. Like people just not impressed because everybody I talked to, it was the same. Like, duh. Like what? We already knew that. Thanks for telling us. Okay, like that's how literally everybody I spoke to was like. And then it was a lot of people who think like me. They was like, okay, so what are you trying to distract us from? Like,
Yeah,
what's really
Weenie just
going
said
on?
that in
Like,
chat as well that they're distracting us. Yeah,
yeah, they
I'm
was
of the
like,
same
okay.
mind. Right.
Yeah, they was like, okay, so what are you guys trying to distract us from now that y'all come out with this big alien news? Like, you guys are like, nobody cares. And then the fact that it's so much, mind you, I don't want to make this a sad cast, all right? But it's just a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, man. There's a
Yeah.
lot of issues going on. There's a lot of people suffering. There's a lot of people who are not, they say 70% of the US is living like check to check. Like 70%. You have people,
I definitely fall in that category.
you have people, I don't know what category I fall in anymore. I just know I'm surviving.
Yeah.
But you have people who are now staging whole apartment walkouts. Like people are not paying their rent. It's hot as hell outside. Scientists just gave up. You should have seen this guy on CNN, one of these scientists. He was talking about climate control. He just didn't even care. He was just like, you know what? We tried to tell y'all. Nobody listens. So here we are. And like things are just kind of just sad and dire right now. That's why when you tune in to the super weapon, we try our best to deliver gaming news to you guys and upbeat spirits, and we try to have fun around here, and we try to make the best of it because to some people this may be your escape
Right.
on a Saturday morning. You may be like, hey, I could tune in to these guys. I know I'm going to have a laugh. I know DC is going to probably do something stupid. So I hope and pray that we really can be that hour or 45-minute escape for you guys out there because it's just rough, man. Like nobody cares about no aliens, bro. Let's just be real. No one cares.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like me personally, I was just like, man, whatever.
I was like, where they at? Come take me, please. What do
Yeah.
your planet look like? Because we're screwing ours up.
Show me a body. That's what I just kept saying. You know, the one guy, I forget his name. The gentleman was like, yeah, I know for a fact where all the ships are, the technology and the bodies are, which, you know, makes it sound like they've been doing this for decades, right?
Probably have.
But I think, you know, just to like touch on what you were saying, like just the struggle, I think that things haven't calmed down really since the pandemic. You know, when you had those initial inflation increases because of the scarcity of food and you know, just your daily things that people need to live. And I'm not just talking about like superfluous stuff like games and consoles, but like food, toilet paper, water, the things that people usually would be able to just go into a store and buy. I think a lot of companies saw profits, like record profits from that stuff, and they're still trying to maintain that type of business. You know, and we talked about it last week. I honestly think the acceleration of AI combined with that is why you have a lot of the economic issues that we kind of have, because companies really aren't investing in people as much anymore. You have companies invested in technology, and it's rough out here for everyone. And you know, I see your comment in chat, Weenie, where, you know, he said people will not budget their money and just spend what they have when they have it. I think that's only one side of the coin. I do agree with that people just like financial literacy in the U.S. just in general has not been, it's not discussed enough when it comes to like families. And I think that's a much bigger topic and, you know, generational thing than just, you know, the people of today, that, you know, us millennials who are adults and stuff now. You know, I can tell you guys, you know, love my mom to death, rest in peace, but she wasn't very, we never really talked about money in that way. You know, and you know, you public school damn sure doesn't teach you about economics. I mean, I didn't have an economy class until I was a senior in school, and that was my last semester in school when I didn't care anymore. I was just ready to graduate. And I think that's probably, you know, where a lot of people are. Just like you said, like people are just kind of getting fed up with just like the state of the world or the economy and stuff at this point, and people just kind of want to live. And, you know, hopefully things will get better, man. Just like you said, we always try to bring, you know, some sunshine to you guys' day, and believe it or not, like it does just as much for us as it does for you guys. Like
Lord knows.
You know, me and DC have had some very real conversations off the podcast, man, and, you know, just about life and stuff like this. You know, I've known this guy, gosh, man, going on 14 years next year, and it's, you know, it's not easy for just, you know, for us either. You know, we both have our own things going on, and we appreciate y'all for showing up and stuff. And it's just, you know, I just, you know, just to have a candid moment there for a second, you know, it's just,
it's the pod is I've said it a billion times before. I'll say it again. It's one of the bright spots in my day. Like it's something that I look forward to, even like with all the post-production stuff, such as edits, and I'm just really having fun over there on YouTube with the thumbnails and just learning YouTube and studying the analytics. So you guys, we're bouncing energy off of each other because hopefully, you know, we put a smile on your face because we love coming here. And it gives us that energy, man. It gives us that energy to where you're just not getting caught up in just your 9 to 5 struggle. So you know, it's crazy, but you know, we're gonna get through.
We're gonna pull it through for sure, man. What's up, Beezy? How you doing today, sir? Thank you guys for stopping by, man. If you guys are listening to the audio version, of course, we always record the podcast every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/DariusTheArtist. So come hang out with us, man. We appreciate y'all for being here. Congratulations to Weenie. He got an S23. I've never really used, before the job that I have now, a Samsung device. I'm gonna be honest with you. I fucking hate them. I do. And that's just because I've gotten used to using iPhones.
That's how iPhone gets you though. Yeah. Because once you get into their world, because I was the same. You know, when we were in college, I had every kind of phone, and everybody laughed at me.
This guy,
let me
tell y'all something.
Phone. I had all kinds of phones, and people like
my guy DC has had every major company's like flagship phone at one point. Like no joke, and I commend you on that. What? Because you
I
still
love my Windows phone. I still have it. I love that phone, man.
what made you end up like turning? Because they still make Microsoft doesn't still make the Windows phones, do they? Or
No, they don't.
oh, okay, okay,
Windows Phone was pretty dope, man. The sliding panels, like the way you can customize it and everything was pretty cool. But I think what ended up happening over time is as I grew older, I didn't care about customizations and stuff like that as much
yeah,
because the Windows Phone is like really open. Like you can do a lot to it.
yeah. You
Um,
can mod it, damn near
yeah,
pretty
you
much.
pretty
Yeah,
much can do whatever you want with the Windows Phone, basically. Um, and I think as I just got older, I didn't care about any of that anymore. So that appeal kind of went away. That was the major appeal to that phone. And then I was just like, you know what? I want to see what the hype is about. So I was like, you know what? Let me try the iPhone. And I get it because the way the apps work and appear on the iPhone is way, I will say this, it's way more just like fluent. Like
yeah.
the way that the apps actually look and work, like it's totally different when you're using like an iPhone. I wish I could like show you guys, but unless like the new phones have updated and changed stuff, like back then, like Facebook was, for example, on the Windows phone, it was just the layout was really weird compared to how easy it was to use the layout and stuff on the iPhone. Like the operating systems, however they had it set up, it was different. Like
Right.
all the apps were different. So yeah, man, I went over to iPhone and then all my friends, this is how they get you because all your friends had iPhones and you just kind of stuck. So I was like, well, I'm here now, so
When you
maybe
text your friends and the text bubble is green, they get you one of those, man. And
or they send a link and you get the preview. But if you got another phone, hey, I want to look directly in this camera. I'm talking to you, Sam. Sammy Dollars, Mr.
uh,
Marcus. Get an iPhone.
that's
I'm
so
sick of you.
funny,
I'm
man.
sick of you ruining my damn group chat. All right.
I don't think that guy has owned an Apple device for all the years I've known him. I'm really trying to think back if there was any point in time. I think he's actually like, and to be fair, it's fine that he is like anti-Apple, but I don't think he's ever owned an iPhone. I'm actually gonna have to ask Dre about that because I don't think he has.
He's just bucking the
He's just
system. But
bucking.
that's
He's
Sam.
bucking the system, man. Yeah,
If you know Sam, if you know Sam, you know
yeah.
he's a little asshole. He gonna straight buck the system as much as he can.
That's funny, man. It's hilarious, but we do have like a couple of things we can kind of talk about today. I want to talk about this Twitter nonsense, man. RIP Twitter.
You mean
Twitter's dead. Apparently, not in the way that you guys are thinking. Just the name itself.
Twit X?
Twitter,
What is it
Twitter,
now?
Twitter is gone. It has been rebranded to just X, just the letter X, like X-ray.
I'm gonna tell you my problem with this. All right.
Please, I want to hear your thoughts on this, man.
We didn't have no kind of, what do you call it? We didn't have no kind of rollout for this bullshit.
Mm-mm.
We didn't. I just woke up one day and it was an X on my screen. I don't like that. Like we had it just honestly, I needed a rollout for this. I wasn't ready. All right. We needed a soft event, something. We needed something because I didn't like waking up to an X on my tab. And I was like, I was like, I don't do this on my computer, was the first thing I was thinking.
Yeah,
And I was like, I don't look at that type of stuff on my computer.
yeah,
And I'm like, what is this? And I clicked on it. I'm like, but I saw the bird because they
yeah.
didn't switch it all the way at first. So I saw the bird and I was like, X. And I was like, then I saw it. What really helped me out was it was trending.
Yes.
So I clicked on the trends and I'm like, oh, this is what we're doing. I was like, then I'm like, the generic logo is just me and Corey talked about this in depth. We was like,
Yeah, you guys being graphic designers. That's why that was another thing I wanted to ask you. Like, what did you think about the actual logo from a design perspective?
very generic. Very generic. If they take offense to it, so what? It is what it is. But I think they could have did something better. They could have stuck with the bird theme. Like I don't like this corporate, like I don't know if they're going for some kind of corporate look, or because Twitter's not really a corporate
So,
place.
so the thing is, right? So it's more than just a name change. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah, I figured.
they're trying to turn X into the a lot of people have been calling it like the everything app. Think of kind of like WeChat, where you can do more than just talk to people on there. Apparently, he's trying to expand the offerings of Twitter because you know how you already have like the rooms that you can start on Twitter. You can engage and talk to people. Like, there's more features that apparently he's planning, or Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, is planning to add to the platform to kind of just expand it, but beyond just the format style of just talking to people through tweets and whatnot. And the way I'm gonna tell you what really fucking kills me was that they're not calling them tweets anymore. They're like zeets. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's like
That's too close to
XEET.
Skeet. That's way too close to Skeet. We're gonna have to think that
Yeah,
over.
and of course you got all your X videos type. You got out of there your corn. Excuse me, I can't say that because of YouTube. Corn. Make sure you bleep that out for the YouTube. But corn jokes off your adult entertainment stuff. I was actually I'm kind of like you, man. I was pretty surprised by this. Like, I didn't think it was actually gonna happen because he's tried to do a bunch of stuff with the platform ever since he purchased it that just hasn't kind of worked out. So I was like, oh, this is just something that's just gonna fall by the wayside. But apparently he just loves the letter X for whatever reason, and he's been trying to make this a thing forever since like the
So
90s or something.
basically, he just rich and bored as hell.
That's what I think, man. I think it's just really at that point
Do
where
Elon have a woman?
I
I'm
mean he
curious.
did at one point. I don't know if he's still with the young lady who had his children. I mean, he has a lot of kids. Elon has like,
Elon?
yes. Let me see.
I
Elon
did not know
Musk
that about Mr.
kids.
Must.
He has 10 children.
Mr.
Yes, he has like a lot of kids
I did not know that.
by many
I
different
just
women.
always
Yeah.
I just always thought he was lonely on top of that big ass fort.
Yes, Weenie. He has 10. Elon, how many kids? We're gonna do this like how many kids does Elon Musk have? Yeah, I knew it was more than five for sure.
So he that rich and can't buy condoms?
Okay, so apparently he has six. He has six kids.
Oh, six?
Vivian Jenna Wilson, Nevada Alexander Musk, Griffin Musk, Damian
That
Musk.
sound like some
When
cologne.
you say Musk, yeah, when you say it enough times, it just kind of starts to sound like
I
it
thought it was
stinks.
must.
No,
Is it
Musk
must or
with a
must?
K. No, it's Musk. That's his last name. Musk.
It just shows you how much I pay attention to rich people.
Yeah. Well, either
Big
way,
musty.
there's like conflicting articles. He has more than five children for sure. That's the one thing I know. So he has a lot of kids, but I don't know what to fucking think about Twitter anymore. I really don't, man. I wish there was another place where we could
Mhm.
congregate. When
Ain't nobody talking about threads no more.
yeah, like, have you used it since the initial like?
Oh no, I planned on never using threads. I knew it was going to be a
Yeah,
trend. I knew it was going
okay,
to be a fad.
yeah.
Didn't even waste my time. And then I don't like the fact that it connects to everything. And if you try to get rid of it, you got to get rid of your whole account. I didn't like none of that. So, hey, yo, Zuckerberg or Zuckerfella, yeah, try again.
Mark Zuckerberg training with the MMA fighters and stuff, looking real swole nowadays. But yeah, BZ,
Well,
what would you? How do you kind of feel about it? Because I know those guys don't know, man. BZ's a long time supporter of the podcast, a great friend of ours, man. He does great content. If you guys don't know or don't follow BZ, make sure you guys follow him, man, at DAOBEZZY, man. DaBeezy, please.
AKA Tech Lord Beezy.
Tech Lord Beezy himself, man. But how are you kind of feeling about like, threads, or Weenie, have you tried threads? Because I did not want to. I barely use my Instagram as it is now. Like, I don't think I've posted on Instagram in literal months at this point. And I just, I feel like we're at this point, like we kind of talked about it, like social media is just, it's really hard to introduce like new platforms now. Like it's almost impossible at this point.
Yeah, you got the big three, and then it's just like, unless you do something very innovative, which is always the case, like no one's trying to hear that. And I think that's where,
Okay.
excuse me, sorry about that.
All right. All right,
Drinking
Weenie.
beer in the morning. You didn't hear that, did you?
No, I'm laughing at Weenie because he
Oh,
said to me, "Threads are the clothes you wear. That's it."
that might be the title. Let me.
Shout out to my guy Weenie, man. This guy Weenie, I tell yeah, that's the podcast episode title. Thank you, Weenie.
Hold on. Oh my God, bro. Featuring Weenie.
Oh, that's awesome, man. He said I don't do social media, and I respect that. I trust me, man. If I was not making content, streaming and
Yes,
whatnot,
yes,
like
sir.
I would definitely,
Yes, sir. If it wasn't for this podcast, I would
yeah,
have zero presence on everything.
yeah,
Like, I just don't care for it anymore. And this is coming from a MySpace addict. Like, I think that was my time. I was a big Tom guy.
right,
MySpace was the shit. And after that, just kind of went downhill for me. But yeah, if it wasn't for content, like,
yeah.
yeah, it'd be a wrap for me. But
Do you
going
think?
back to this X
Yeah,
stuff, I I don't know. I just feel like everything he does, and I could be wrong, but I feel like everything he does is just a desperate attempt to kind of make back that 44 billion he spent,
yeah,
which he shouldn't have never spent on Twitter anyway. Twitter was on, if not the prime, it was on the downslope of its prime when he bought it. So I don't know, man. I honestly don't care what it becomes. Like, um, if it's beneficial to super weapon, then of course I'll still be on it. But if things get a little too crazy, then we'll just have to reevaluate things like we always do. You just adapt and survive pretty much at this point when it comes to social media.
yeah. And I know some people feel like we're gonna get to this point where it's like Ready Player One, where you have this. I think a lot of companies are chasing this. They want their app or their platform to be the hub for everything you do in life.
Haven't y'all learned from Xbox what happened when
And
they tried that?
yeah, and I feel like, I can't say I don't think it'll ever be successful, but I just think we're so far away from having something like that because, just like BZ mentioned in chat, you have all of these platforms that are essentially copying off of each other. So there's never really any real innovation on the
Exactly.
social media,
That's
just
why I
like
didn't
the
join
idea.
Threads.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't join Threads. Like when I saw like they was like, oh well, you can make longer tweets and you can post longer videos, but I'm like,
Who cares?
I was like, I actually find it quite fun trying to stuff all those words into like 250 characters. It's quite a damn challenge that I love to accept.
Yeah.
I don't need because when I see really long tweets, I immediately just scroll past them. I'm not gonna lie. Like Twitter to me is for short form kind of writing.
Right.
So if I see a long brick of text on my computer, I'm like, oh, somebody paid for the check. Hooray! Skip that.
It's just so weird, man. Like I don't know. Like I said,
Monetization.
I was just really like, yeah, and I think with the whole subscription model, there's going to be changes to that eventually as they introduce more features. Of course, they're going to want to charge more
Oh
for
god,
for
that's
for
sickening.
other things. Yeah, cuz I think what is it like $12 right now for Twitter Blue, which is
Oh
that's still
man,
outrageous to me, man. I'm sorry.
but see, check this out. I peep the scene. I see what they doing. They're gonna water down basic Twitter with so many freaking ads that it's gonna force people to pay or they're gonna leave, like me. I don't know if y'all noticed, you regular Twitter users. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but every two tweets there's an ad. I promise you. Go look at your Twitter right now.
There are quite a few like
There's
promoted and
ads all
ads,
over the
yeah.
place. Stop trying to sell me Blue Chew. I don't care about well the cute girl with the fade. That's cool. She's cute. But stop trying to sell me Blue Chew. I don't
Oh
want it.
God, not the
They
blue
trying to
chew
tell me I
ad.
don't have ED. I'm good over here. Stop trying to sell me the chew, okay? I'm
Jesus.
sick of it. Damn it.
And to answer your question, Weenie, DC had a alternate username, which I'm not gonna reveal here, but he
Did
does
I?
have a with a Chihuahua profile picture. The legendary. I'm not
Oh.
gonna reveal what it is. Like,
Oh, that was my troll. Oh, that was hey, I was a
yeah,
really bad troll. I was a troll.
DC
Oh my
has a
God.
troll. Like, I don't persona. That's the best way to put it. A troll
I
persona
don't use
over
it
the internet.
anymore, but oh Lord, I was really bad on Twitter at
Yeah,
one time.
I don't want to reveal it, but because
That's back when Twitter was dark, though.
when Twitter was a lawless
Mm.
land, yeah, yeah,
The dark ages of Twitter was a wild place on Twitter,
yeah.
boy.
It was, yeah, for sure, for sure.
I had a friend, quick story. Rest in peace, Megan. Rest in peace, Megan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bless her little heart. Megan used to be on Twitter so hard body, they would like suspend her for like days. They
Twitter
said because she
jail.
had no, they said you've literally posted too much today.
Mm-hmm.
That girl was posting like 2,000 tweets a day. Like we would be trolling. We were bad. We were awful.
Weenie says on
We would troll
MySpace,
people.
he was Tyrannical Tom. See, now that's actually a really good name. That's pretty funny.
And then you got to take Tom's picture and then like Photoshop like some little devil horns on it.
Right, or just make it like an India.
And they still can't find Tom to this day. He's just out
He's
living
on an
life.
island somewhere, man. Tom retired years ago. Nobody will ever hear from that guy again.
Tom, if you're listening, man, thank you for MySpace. It was a great time.
Salute, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I just feel like things are just kind of weird with Twitter or X. I'm gonna keep calling it Twitter. I'm just be honest with you. I can't. I've been calling it Twitter since like 2010. I'm not gonna stop calling it Twitter.
It's Twitter forever, man.
Yeah,
Bird gang, hootie hoo.
it's just
We ain't doing that.
Elon doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know what he's gonna do.
Elon X, we ain't doing it, bro. Twitter for life.
So there's that. We could do one last quick one here. Something that I actually thought would never happen actually happened over the past week, late in the week. Final Fantasy 14 is actually coming to Xbox. Thanks once again to Papa Phil, man. I, I said this before the podcast. I feel like them winning that FTC trial changed a whole fucking lot for them in the Xbox in the industry. I really do. So for these guys know what I'm talking about, Final Fantasy Fan Fest happened this past week. It's like the big blowout thing for Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14 is like one of the most popular MMOs in the world, like full stop. And so they had they announced like the fifth major expansion is supposed to be coming out sometime next year, but they also announced a partnership with Xbox, and that they're not only bringing Final Fantasy 14 to Xbox Series X and S next spring, but they're also going to be quote unquote other things that they're working towards bringing to Xbox, which in my opinion, I think this was probably like the biggest win that they could have gotten over the last year or so, because Xbox has been really missing out on like the JRPG front. And they started with the Persona announcements, was it last month? But this was actually really good to see. I think this is going to be a really nice addition to the Xbox portfolio, man. I was actually pretty hyped for this because I know you told me you played a little bit of 14. I played quite a bit of it when I was streaming on YouTube last year. And I kind of miss playing it, honestly. Final Fantasy 14 is a really fun game, but were you kind of surprised by this announcement? Because I never thought that Final Fantasy would ever see the light of day, like any new releases would see the light of day on Xbox ever again. I mean, 16 just came out, broke all those records, but were you pretty surprised that Papa Phil put his foot down again, man? He keeping the W's coming.
Well, this kind of hit me left field because I really didn't think about it until it happened. It was one of those things where out of sight, out of mind type of deal.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm not really thinking about it. But then when it happened, I was like, oh crap, like, damn, like you said, it was kind of like a big deal because people didn't think that we would ever see Final Fantasy on any Xbox system or anything ever. But once again, at the end of the day, the gamers win, Now they get to experience this on their console for people who, may not have like these ultra super PCs to play it, or,
Yeah.
You got it on your home console. And I think everyone wins, and because you'll be playing with other players from, Sony, the PlayStation, we'll have everybody playing together, and hopefully like maybe this would be something that I look into now, that because I've played it a little bit on PC.
Yeah.
I didn't I think it's probably going to be one of those things where I have to like play with somebody because I don't know what the hell I was doing, man.
It's
I
fun,
was just
man. Like if you ever want to spin it up, let me know. Like I played a lot of it, solo. Like, but they introduced a lot of things in the game where you can do a lot of the like main story missions or whatnot with like NPC companions. Like
Mhm.
they'll just give you people like NPCs to play with. The matchmaking in the game
Okay.
for like all the dungeons and stuff is actually really good. And just like I said, just based on like the population of the game, like you don't really wait around too much to find people to play with.
But that was a
Um,
smart.
yeah,
That was smart on you know Square on Square's behalf.
yeah,
If you think about it, at the end of the day, man, business is business, right?
yeah,
Like this is only going to expand the brand. Like people, we create a lot of this stuff in our heads, the consumers, the fans. But at the end of the day, when behind these closed doors, when you have these meetings with the Phil Spencers and whoever's the head of Square,
Yoshi
I can't think of his
P.
name. Yeah, I can't like, yeah. I'm not going to even disrespect my man and say his name wrong, but
That's what people
you
call him.
know,
Yeah, yeah, Yoshi P.
yeah, like when these guys get together, they're looking at profits. Like they don't care about the insignificant stuff that consumers care about. Like we
Right.
create all these wars and stuff in our head, but at the end of the day, when that money starts talking, when Phil go in there and open up that what was that show? The Silver Suitcase. They go in there,
Oh
deal or
yeah,
no deal. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
He lift that case up with that money. Look, the homie, like, all right, I think we can make this work. So I'm glad to see it, man. I'm glad to see it, especially with the lack of RPGs on the Xbox side of things. So
Yeah, like
I think that's one
JRPGs have
thing.
been missing a lot on the series.
I think that's something area where they need to strengthen their portfolio in. Like they need to beef that up a bit. So hopefully this will be, this. Hopefully this branches off into a few other things. Hopefully we see some things in the future with these two guys connecting. I'm really hoping so. Like, I know it's a far-fetched dream, but maybe we'll see a Final Fantasy over there one day, or at least the old one or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I'm
mean, because I
hopeful.
know you can definitely still play. I think 10 and 10.2 is on like the Xbox store for you to buy or play. And I know at one point it was on Game Pass, but
Hmm.
people for where this game started out, I know a lot of people don't remember when 14 initially released and how much of a disaster this game was. And
Dumpster fire.
then
Oh
they
my
did the
God.
whole Realm Reborn and rebranded the game, and it turned into. I mean, I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say that this is probably the most popular MMO out right now. I mean, at one point last year or the year before, they ran out of codes for people to purchase on PC. Like that's how many people were buying the game at one point. And there is a free trial for you to play up, I think, until level 70 or 80. You can play all the old expansions up until that point, like, which I think is incredible. I mean,
Damn.
that's a great way to get people in the door. So, this is just like you said, it's a huge win for Xbox, man. I really feel like, now that they are close to getting past the Activision acquisition, they'll be able to focus more on like the Eastern market, which I think would be great to see, man. It would be awesome to have more JRPGs on it, just not even just like on Xbox, but in front of wider audiences, because you know I don't feel like they're as popular as they used to be. You know what I mean? Or as mainstream. Let me say that, not popular, but they're as mainstream as they used to be. I mean, yeah, Final Fantasy 16 did numbers, of course, but I feel like it's more of a risk nowadays to make JRPGs that aren't like household names like Final Fantasy or Persona. You have like more of those indie titles that people haven't really checked out. Like what was the one? Octopath Traveler was really
Hmm.
popular for a while, and then the second game just came out not too long ago. Yeah,
So mad I missed that on Game Pass. Oh
same
my
here, same
God.
here, same here. I definitely do want to check out Octopath because I've heard great things about it. And thank you, Weenie, for the correction. Weenie said the Xbox has Final Fantasy 15, 13, 13 2, 13 Lightning Returns, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 2, and 12 on Xbox right now. So you have a collection of Final Fantasy games on there. Just, obviously you didn't have 14 and 16, which
Hmm.
just released. So
I
maybe
thought
we'll
they
get
took them
16
off.
next year. Yeah, I did too. So that's actually really cool to know. So yeah, you know, like I said, man, I've really been kind of like jonesing to play an MMO. So maybe, you know, maybe one day we can kick up Final Fantasy 14 and play it. Like I'm always down to try new stuff. I
I
haven't
gotta go
played it in
find my
like a little over a
password.
year, so but I'm definitely down to get into some more MMO stuff. So yeah, that's pretty cool,
Mm.
man. Xbox out here making moves, major moves, major keys. But yeah, man, I think that's a good place to wrap up this crazy, just all over the place episode. We're you know
Yeah.
we did a pretty good job getting us in close to an hour. So thank you guys for hanging out, man, for episode 161 of the Super Weapon Podcast, man. Please make sure you guys check out the YouTube, man. The numbers have been going up over there. I've been watching the analytics behind the scenes, man. Shout out to DC once again for
We
you
gonna
know
get it going,
this
baby.
this guy. Like you guys have no idea how much work this guy's been putting in behind the scenes.
We're
Just
gonna get it popping, baby.
like this guy, he's definitely been busting his ass, man. And you know, please, you know, don't let his efforts go to you know to shit. You know, please go make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Excuse me, burp. And that'll be the end of the episode, man. You guys can follow me everywhere. There's the artist. Follow me on Twitter/X, where there's the artist, where the E is a 3. And I'm gonna let DC take us home, man.
Excuse me. Oh, the golden monkey. Woo. The morning beer got a player burping in the house, eh? But
Hey.
anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great episode. We made something out of nothing as usual because the news was a little light, but we appreciate you guys for stopping by anyway. This is DC, the Bridge Builder, Wall Destroyer, and I am here to let you know we will reach YouTube Platinum, all right? We are gonna, I have a goal by the end of this year that I want to reach. May be a little crazy, but hey, it's fun. It gives me something to do, something to strive for. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys showing up in the comments. I mean, you know, with the likes, and I see the views. I'm paying attention to the analytics, and hopefully we can get some clips out and stuff, and hopefully you like enjoy it. I just don't want you to go over there clicking and be clicking, but at the same time, I really do hope that you are enjoying the topics and things that we talk about. Also, I'm trying to figure out with the shorts. I kind of want to, you know, if you guys have any suggestions for shorts, maybe TikToks, that's something I've been also working on behind the scenes. I kind of want to do something. I kind of want to think out of the box here and do something kind of crazy out of the box with those. So just stay tuned with that. Really workshopping some things with that, man. And that's about it, man. I don't think I really have anything else to say. I think that's about it. Shout out to you guys. Let's have a great Saturday. Try not to boil. It's going to be hot. It's going to be a hot.
Global boiling. Thank you guys for hanging out, man. We will catch you guys next time. See you later. Peace.
Peace.